that was short-lived again too, because they didn't learn the lesson, because when they didn't remember what they did before, and so they destroy themselves again using black magic. It's all black magic. Okay, so when I laughed first was because the really original story, when I got this from the Nag Hammadi library, the ancient scroll text, and also library of Isis, the Chaldean text, and all these ancient libraries that you can get from physical, which is not much available or translated. But in the etheric and the akashic records, Akasha, which is part of my higher self speaking right now to you, Akasha, the akashic records, where her name from, and she shared this story. Well, the original story of this universal consciousness gospel is begin with Sophia and her creation, which is Yaldabaoth. And Yaldabaoth is the original version, and in this experience here, you see him as Yahweh in the fourth dimensional aspect, and Yahweh, who in the physical manifestation is now in this 90s, he is known as anyone who's named Y or I or J. Has that his energy, because they fragmented, and they're trying to do good, do-gooders. I don't trust do-gooders, and I don't trust evildoers, just because of what I know about them. I trust genuine people, and people with integrity and honesty, and that's very few available. You know, great mind thinks alike, and you recognize your own. So, not many like me, but there's not many. We're all unique. So I laugh because there's like the father, there's the cat, and that's the dog, and the dog wants to dominate, and the cat wants to dominate. And so the original parent of this universe had this misunderstanding and all these issues, and they fought, and like cats and dogs, and kind of immature when you look at it. I'm like, okay, yeah. And you know how when you judge your parents, and you're like, I think they're my kids. Well, you're right. They are your kids in a way, but they are your parents in biologically. But you have more awareness because, you know, like, they're stuck in their little drama. Anyways, so they blew up, and that's what you have is the blip. The original Big Bang from this galaxy is really there's two Big Bangs really. The scientists didn't know that, but the first Big Bang happened because the cat, the mother blew up, and then the father blew up because he couldn't handle those energy building up. You know, like the supernova is really them. The star supernova is really it's expression. You know, when you say we created cars so you can see and understand how they work. Like you are the driver, but you have your car, and so you drive it. But if you don't, when you know the car's not good or something, well, you can get an accident and the car can blow up. But that doesn't mean you die, because you can die with it too, and then you get a different body. But if you don't die, you get injured, or you get injured and maimed, or not hurt at all, or whatever. But you're not your car, but the car is a vehicle that you use. And even if this body is destroyed, the part of you still exists. You're just not. This is like a smaller vehicle of you that you get to have all the time. This is your real estate. And I'm really laugh at those people who are quite millionaires and billionaires, and they treat their body like shit, and yet they treat their house and all this other stuff like really good. Well, taking care of the cars, the house, the stuff, and everything, and the body is not taking care of it, and they let it go, and they like as if they have a death wish, but they have all this money, they are not able to see that they can do so much and enjoy it if they live longer or they have a healthier life. But that's, you can blame that on the demons, because the demons really don't want us to enjoy the lives that we have. Technically, the body, this one, is supposed to last at least 1,000 years. And then for those like me who has certain magical powers, that we can live longer than that. And that there's a price to pay, because when you see people die and get older around you, then you have to move on. And I keep running and running and disappearing. Well, that's part of eternal life. And then some one day you're like, well, what if we die? What if this body dies? Okay. So the reason I forgot, I distracted from the point of these videos, and that is know yourself. And the only way you can know yourself is be present and have quiet times with yourself, and then will all the answers and all the solutions to your life's problem come. That's it. Namaste.